I'm Kosta from Car Focus, helping you decide what car to buy next. In this video, I'm going to do a walkthrough of the LDV T60 Luxe. We do cover quite a lot in these videos, so if there's something that's specific you want to have a look at the chapters below and skip ahead to the section that interests you. It comes in 5 different versions. We start off with the Pro, which comes in a manual or an auto, the Luxe, which comes in a manual or an auto, and the Mega Tub, which is in automatic only. The one we've got here today is the Luxe in automatic. It also comes in 5 different colors, and the one we have here today is metal black. For anybody looking to get their first ute at a competitive price, this is a compelling offer. It comes in the 5 different versions, but what to look out for here is the differences between the Pro, the Luxe, and the Mega Tub. The Pro has a heavy-duty suspension and a higher payload. The Luxe that we have here today has got a smaller payload, does not have the heavy-duty suspension. Its suspension is more geared towards comfort, and that one is designed more to be a small one-man operator that still wants to have a comfortable ute. The Mega Tub, that's got a long wheelbase with a longer tub and gives you more volumetric space in the tub. Its payload is still comparative to the Luxe though. The heavy-duty suspension on the Pro gives you a 935 kilogram payload, as opposed to the Luxe, which doesn't have the heavy-duty suspension, and you get 750 kilogram payload. The Mega Tub, being a long wheelbase, loses another 20 kilograms versus the Luxe for a total of a 730 kilogram payload. Tub lengths are 1.5 meters for the Pro and the Luxe, or 1.8 meters for the Mega Tub. All of them get a 3-ton braked towing capacity with a 300 kilogram downball weight, and they all have 2 high, 4 high, and low range. Looking at the front of the vehicle, it's got a very squared off look, very aggressive stance, a lot of angles and a lot of straight lines running through the front grille. You do get LED daytime running lights on the Luxe, as well as the LED fog lights. You've got a prominent grille here in the front, all grayed out. It looks nice and contrasty with the black that we have here today. And you also get the silver finish, just a touch of silver through there, that also accentuates the LDV badge on the front of the vehicle. The Luxe that we have here today does get a 360-degree camera, and it's also got a recovery point just underneath there at the front. All right, looking under the bonnet, we've got a 2-liter bi-turbo diesel engine. What stands out is that it is all pretty neat and tidy under here. The covers covering up the majority of the engine, and everything else is just in its place, neat and tidy. You get 160 kilowatts at 4,000 RPM and 500 Newton meters of torque. This is a 2-stage bi-turbo diesel engine. In the automatics, you get an eco and a power mode as well. Having gas struts in a big heavy bonnet like this is a big advantage, because these cars do tend to be difficult. In the Luxe that we have here today, the flared guards give it a nice rugged stance. You get the 19-inch alloys, which are exclusive to the Luxe. You get the roof rails, color-coded door handles, the proximity key with 2 smart keys, color-coded door mirrors. You get the side step on the Luxe as well, with the 360-degree view camera sitting under the rear view mirror. You get this chrome finish strip running through the back of the vehicle, fuel flap on the left-hand side of the car. You do get the sail plane on the Luxe, primarily a styling cue. It's got the same color finish as the flared arches and the side step, so that it ties those 3 colors in together. They'd be more prominent on a different color, and it does give you a better look at the back of the vehicle. So looking at the back of the vehicle, we've got standard halogen globes in the lights here. You get your T60 Max embossed logo running prominently across the back of the tailgate. You've got your rear reverse camera there, and your release handle situated just there. And just underneath that, you've got the company that makes the engine and the LDV badge, as well as the T60 badge on that side. You also get these little recessed reflectors that sit just in there, so that they don't stick out and won't get damaged if you back up into something. You get a 2-sensor reverse sensor system, so for coming straight back, and a full-size steel spare wheel. So when you release the tailgate, it does have this gas strut, which allows it to come down on its own and controls the way it drops, so that it won't just drop suddenly. That's situated just there. That's the pro of the strut. The con is that it does make the tailgate a fair bit heavier to push back up, because the strut gives a bit of resistance when you're trying to close it. Spray-in bed liner standard on the Luxe that we have here today, and covers the whole interior of the tub really well and protects it from corrosion and water damage, as well as scratch resistance as well. It also has 4 tie-down points, 2 at the back there and 2 up against the cab. The rear seats do release just there and slide forward, and the main purpose for that is to access the ISOFIX points. So it does have ISOFIX points at the back here for child seats, and in theory you could also potentially store something small at the back here and not have it rolling around. 3 3-point seat belts in the rear of the vehicle ISOFIX child anchor points, as well as 3 rear head restraints. You also get a cabin light at the back. Jumping in, I have put this chair in my driving position, so there's actually a lot of legroom here at the back. This is a synthetic leather finish on the Luxe that we have here today. You also get an armrest that folds out just there with 2 cup holders. In the center console you do have rear air vents, and you also have a 12-volt power outlet. Behind the seats here you have these map pockets on both driver and passenger side. Alright, looking at the front passenger side of the vehicle, what's become quite commonplace now is these prominent center consoles in all modern cars today, and the LDV T60 is no exception. It's also got this slightly softer material here, which is where your knee would lean up against and give you a bit more comfort for longer drives. The glove box is also lockable here with the key. You also get these LDV branded mats, so you also get the LDV logo embossed on the scuff plate. Front driver and passenger electric seats in the Luxe. You also get the red accented stitching running through the seats. All-round electric windows with one-touch operation and anti-pinch for the driver's side, central locking and your deactivation switch for the rear electric windows. Up here is your electric mirror operation controls for left and right, and a toggle switch that allows you to adjust those mirrors. You've also got your fuel flap release sitting in the driver's door, convenient as you climb out the car. Just flick that one back and open the fuel release. Your bonnet release over there, this is a small little storage compartment that you can put something into there and just clips away. You've got your height adjustable headlights, your rear stat switch to brighten and dim the dash display, and your automatic start-stop button on the Luxe. Right, looking at the smart key, you've got your car finder button over here, which if you hold that down, the car beeps at you to let you know where it is. Your lock and unlock button, that, and then you can also release it like that. You can use that to lock and unlock the glove box and manually enter into the car. So pretty solid feeling steering wheel, leather finish over here. You got on this side all your radio controls, your phone answering, your mute button, your source and your volume button on that side. And on this side you've got your cruise control, a traditional cruise control where you switch it on and you set it and reset it. No radars or smart cruise. The paddle shifters on the Luxe. The center dash display with analog switches and a small digital display right in the center console there. On the left hand side we have your rev counter and temperature gauge, and on the right hand side your speedometer and fuel gauge. In the center you do have your digital trip computer. You can scroll through 2 separate trips, the standard stuff you'd expect from a trip computer, average fuel economy, instant fuel economy, and your range, as well as remaining distance and average speeds. It also has tire pressure monitors on the Luxe. So at the bottom of the digital display you've got your gear indicator position. So at the moment we're in P, but if you slide it into neutral or drive or manual mode then activates your paddle shifters and it will show you what gears you're in. It won't let me go out of second gear because obviously I'm stationary. Just above that you have another indicator which now reads power. Now we're in power mode. The car does have 3 different modes: power mode, eco mode and normal. So now that's eco, that's normal, and that's power mode. So you've got a 10-inch touch screen, you've got your home screen here, you've got your audio settings over there. You can plug in a USB device or you can use Apple CarPlay, radio, all your different apps. So there's your Apple CarPlay, any albums or user manual. There's the user manual. It also has the 360-degree view camera. We've got the front view there and we've got the 360-degree view there. We can also switch this camera to give us the back, the left, or the right view. Okay, it's got a pretty wide angled lens there. So it's giving us a pretty bubble-like distorted view, I guess. Right, and that's the cameras. From there, you've also got phone connectivity. You got your car. Please start vehicle to use this function. So in here, you go into your vehicle settings. The car does have to be on for this. You can set your overspeed warning. So this is 360-degree view camera on startup. So you'll immediately notice in the T60 that there's not a lot of mechanical buttons, so a lot of the functionality is built into the screen. So you can swipe down as well to bring up this menu. You can activate your fatigue warning system and your overspeed warning system just there. You've also got these other systems, so you've got your Bluetooth, your screen off, so that's just to blacken out the screen. You've also got your driver and passenger side heated seats. These are either on or off. They don't have any settings to set the actual temperatures. You can also control your volume and your screen brightness, or you can just leave screen brightness in the auto mode. So the screen ties into the dashboard with this patterned finish over there, but it does leave fingerprints everywhere, so you just got to be careful and keep it clean. Just below that, you've got your aircon controls. These are also operated off a bit of a touch screen, so you've got your power button there for the aircon. They do also have an audio feedback, which is nice. It lets you know that you've actually pressed them, and then once you have pressed them, they also light up. And over here you can adjust your controls for temperature. So you've got two USB-A charge points and a 12-volt power point. You've got a non-slip mat here for a mobile phone, and it's also angled down to make sure that your phone doesn't go flying. This is your four-wheel drive controller. It's got 4 different settings. It's got 2 high, 4 high, 4 low, and automatic. So let it automatically adjust between 4 high and 2 high. 4 low would only be for off-road, and I'm assuming, because I can't see a diff lock button, that once you engage 4 low, it also engages the differential. It's got an electronic e-shifter, the P for park at the top, with reverse, neutral, drive and manual modes. Coming down the side here, you've got your lane departure warning, your different drive mode settings, your ESP, as well as your hill descent assist button. In the center console, you've got 2 separate cup holders with quite a big space here open in between. Your handbrake. This armrest does actually slide forward and backwards to give you 2 different settings, and then it also clips open to give you access to this little storage compartment, as well as a little coin holder just there. So the LDV T60 is a great place to start if you're looking for a very affordable ute and you're thinking about starting some off-roading. You don't want to get something too expensive because you don't want to hurt it. This has got low range, which is amazing. It's also got a diff lock, so it should be pretty capable off-road. And then in addition to that, you've got a 7-year warranty that's backing you up, so you don't have any surprises coming your way. The Luxe is designed for comfort because it doesn't have the heavy-duty suspension, so it is geared more towards comfort, whereas the Pro is what I'd recommend if you're looking for a utility vehicle to operate a small business and you want something really affordable that's going to do the job. Look at the Pro, heavy-duty suspension, much higher payload. If you go for the Luxe, you get the 360-degree view cameras, you get the spray-in bed liner, and you don't have to option those in. Well, it's not that you can't option anything in. You either take the Pro or you take the Luxe. If you look at utility vehicles on the market at the moment, the 2 market leaders are definitely the Ford Ranger and the Toyota Hilux. This competes, I guess, more at the entry point of utility vehicles, so it wouldn't really compete with those 2 big players, and it would really be something that you'd consider if you're just getting started and you're very much price sensitive. It is a very affordable and value for money proposition. Is there any other cars you'd like us to cover off on Car Focus? Leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video. Thank you for watching.